Hello and welcome back to Stanover Model Railway. My name is Mark. This video is probably going to be a bit of a longer one. It's about the hillside stroke embankments, the new ones what I've been doing. I finally completed some more work on them. They're not quite finished yet, but they're all grassed up now and ready for the rest of the scenic detailing. So I won't keep you too long, and I'll hand over to myself at the beginning of the progress. So as I say, this could be a longer video depending on how it goes, so sit back and relax and enjoy it, and make sure you got a cup or mug or glass of your favourite beverage, and hopefully you'll still be with me at the end, and I'll see you at the end. Right, so here we are, back at the layout. As you can see, I've now done some final fettling and shaping of the new hill stroke embankments, and I've also painted them up in a brown acrylic paint. I think it's actually a burnt umber. Yeah, sorry, it's a burnt umber, so it's just got it cheap from the works. You probably can't see the writing on that. Let's go around there. There you go. So yeah, it's burnt umber, corporate paints, just normal acrylic paint. I've just gone over them with that just to give them a base coat. So obviously that's the main two there. Now let's go slowly around, and obviously that is the embankment behind the signal box. Again, I fettled the shape on that. It's not slightly undulating, which is good. It's not quite probably, I know how you wanted it, Alan, shape wise, but it had to be a compromise really. But it's better than what it was. It's got a little bit of variation to it, so hopefully it does look a bit more natural. At the moment, you probably can't see because the signal box is putting a shadow on it, but the join was obviously there across there where it broke. I've just re-glued it with some deluxe materials foam glue. So I did it a little while ago. I'm currently letting that go off and go hard. The glue itself is a bit like, I think it's a form of contact adhesive, but it's suitable for foam. First time I use it, so hopefully it will okay. It'll go off. It says up to, it goes sets hard in 12 hours, so hopefully that will go off. So I may not be able to make any progress on that today, but we'll see how it goes, because I'm doing the main two first. So as I say, that's you look at them. And if you bear with me, back in a minute with the next stage. Right, so here we are downstairs. Got me all set up, so the table's covered with newspaper and bin bags. What I'm going to do now is cover both of these. That's the big embankment and the small embankment with some fine turf first before I grass. Because I don't know if your camera picked this up, but there is some areas where the paint's missed. I could go over it again, but it just means waiting for that to dry, and I think I'll prefer one coat on it. But the Wooden Scenics fine turf range should cover that, so I'm going to use the earth one, which, excuse the shadow, is that one. So that's the Wooden Scenics fine earth, or fine turf earth in a T42 in a smaller bag. You can get the canisters as well. I've got a couple of bags because I made a mistake with my order. I'll mainly be covered with that, and I'm also going to use some of the Wooden Scenics fine turf in the soil colour. So that's the T41, again in a small bag. Basically you're going to glue a base layer down to the earth, or a thin layer of the earth. I'll sieve it on, and I'm just going to use, you can see, normal PVA for that, and then add bits of soil, and I'll put that, glue them down with cement on top, and then let that go off, and then they should both be ready for static grassing. So I'll just stop this here, and I'll get back to you in a second and set the camera up, and you can see me do that. Right, as you can see, I've covered all that with PVA as best as I can. So now I'm going to put some turf on it. I'm going to sieve it over to try and give it a more even coat. And it should settle better like that as well. Make sure it's a thin layer rather than a thick one. Right, as you can now see, I've covered both of the hillsides in the fine turf earth blend. See, I think I'm pretty pleased with the results. It does transform it a bit. This is main. There might be odd bits I've missed, but they should cover with the static grass, and they should cover with the turf, the soil colour turf I'm about to put on. I'm not going to do it a whole lot. I'm just going to put odd bits on it so there's a mix on there. So that's the bigger one. Let's show the smaller one. As I call the shoe one. I haven't done obviously the top there because, and on the top of the big one, because obviously I'm going to cover that over because that will be the tunnel. So I'm hoping to carve another bit of insulation board to cover the top of them and do that, but that will be done at a later date. I just want to get this done so that I can let it dry overnight and then do some more static grassing, or start static grassing tomorrow. So here's that bit. So as I say, I'm going to now cover with the Woodland Scenics fine turf to soil blend, which again, just to show you, is that one now, which is T41. It's the one in the bag. I've got a canister as well. So I'm going to put patches of this on there, not too much, but just some patches to darken it down. And I'll glue that on. I'll do with that as it recommends on there. I'll use the Woodland Scenic cement, just scatter this turf on, and then go over it with scenic cement, and that should glue it on, and then I shall let it dry overnight. And also, I've cleared up the excess, the earth coloured one, hence why the paper, because it means it saved it all. And all I've done is put nearly all the excess back in the tub after I've let it dry for a few minutes, just shaking it off. So with that, move on and do the soil colour. Right, so as you just saw, I've just been over that with the Woodland Scenic cement. I was only going to do the patches, but I decided to go all over it to give it some extra glue, and hopefully it will dry off. So this is the smaller of the illustrate embankments, and over there is the bigger one. Hopefully these will dry off nice and hard. I don't know what effect you're going to get until I can see a natural light. This is obviously an artificial light because of the time of day, but hopefully this will look okay. You probably won't see it under the static grass once I've grassed them, but I thought it'll give different earthy tones just in case I do miss a bit. So we'll let this now dry, and we'll come back to you later, probably tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be all dry then, and I'll be able to show you me doing some static grass, and Captain Static will be able to return. Right, sorry about that guys, I'll just change the battery a minute. Okay, as I say, this is a WWS 2mm spring block static grass, so we'll see what we can get from this. Hopefully it'll work out okay. try and get an even coverage over, to make sure. Alright, bear with me guys. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to shake this off, put some more glue on the rest of it, and then I'll come back to you. Right, guys and girls, because I'm sure hopefully there's some ladies watching this anyway. I haven't really bored you to tears. As you can see, I've now put the WWS 2mm spring static glass on, both for the embankments. Hopefully, excuse the dodgy shaky camera work, it's come out okay. Obviously I've tried to get as even coverage as I can, but bearing in mind that this is only a base layer, hopefully, oh sorry, you're getting shadow if I tilt it, sorry I can't do a lot about this, but it's light. Hopefully you're getting to see that it's standing up. I mean 2mm is very hard to see standing up anyway, I find, but yeah, I've done both of them. So it's a big one. Let's slow down. Sorry, this is a look at the smaller one. And say there's odd bits what I've missed, but I've tried to get as even as coverage as I can. I can always tidy up and anticipate the where misses later. There you go. Let's have a quick look around there. Sorry about the camera, guys. And girls, I'm trying to show you as best as I can. Also, what I'm going to do now is build the layers up with various different WWS static grasses of different colours and heights. I'll try and film some of it, and I'll then get back to you at the end. Right, okay, it's the following day. I was actually going to do this in the daylight, but unfortunately it's got to late afternoon again, mainly because I've decided that I wanted to do the embankment behind the signal box and get that out of the way as well. Unfortunately, you're going to see this in artificial light, but it should give you an idea. So yeah, so I've now grassed over all embankment straight hillsides. So obviously one you'll see now is the main one, and if I slowly go down here, this is the smaller one of the two. Try not to put too much shadow in there. There you go, that's grassed. Obviously I've left the top off of these two because I intend to do a tunnel top on there once I decide whether I'm going to put a bridge across it here. Some sort I may or may not do. I probably will, I'm not sure yet. I know Alan thinks at Bolton Junction like me to do a bridge, and I probably will, but I need to think about it first. I've got to probably try and do a mock-up and go from there, so that's why the top's not done, but main idea was getting these grassed. Obviously they've got to be detailed up, which I will do when I've got some more time again, but I just wanted to get these done. And so you take you around, and there you go, that's the one behind the signal box, all grassed up. There's a bit of variation shade. I've probably put slightly too much autumn 6mm on this. I suppose I could go over it again with 4mm of the WWS Muddy, but I'm kind of, I think in this light it's sort of looking fairly consistent, and you would get some variation anyway. So I'll see what it looks like in the light, but there you go. So that's what it all looks like. I can put the signal box back for you just to see, so you can see where the signal box in place there. So overall I think it's looking very good. As I say, if you're doing static grass, obviously you're not obliged to, but if you want to support a British business, please use WW Scenics or WW Scenics. They do provide a good quality product. I've never obviously met Martin or Sam or anyone else who works there, but they seem very nice people and a good company, and so I've had no problem with the quality of their products at all, so I recommend them. And I'll just show you a couple of different more angles before I go, because this video is going to end up too long otherwise. So I'll just show a few angles now, and I'll catch up with you at the end. Right, I hope I didn't bore you all with that video, ladies and gents. I hope you did enjoy it and found it useful for anything you might do static grass work-wise. I say it's not meant to be a tutorial, it's just the way I do things, but I say I hope you did find it of interest. I won't keep you any longer because they're really long enough, but I'd just like to thank all my subscribers, new and old. I think I'm just over 200 now, so thank you very, very, very much for all those who subscribed. And if you haven't, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It is free to subscribe to channels on YouTube after all. And don't forget to keep lookout for updates on the Facebook page for Stanover Railway, and just search for Stanover Model Railway on Facebook if you're on there. I also can do community posts now on YouTube itself, so look out for the odd community post as well, occasionally. But other than that, so thanks again for watching and subscribing. Please do keep your comments coming. I do try and read them all, and I do try and get back to them all. I don't think I've not got back to anyone yet, but if I haven't, I do apologise. But if you could keep the comments up, good or bad, although obviously if they're bad, please keep them constructive rather than just you know, rude or anything. Not that I've had anyone do that yet, but you know, constructive criticism and other people's eyes always help. So thank you for all your comments and also subscribing, and don't forget, please do hit the like button. It does help the channel and keep it up, going up YouTube. And say thanks once again for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.